The NFL schedule has been released. So I'm going to focus on the Steelers, and then I also may do a video on the entire schedule. But right now, let's focus on my favorite team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And if you guys want me to do your favorite team, then put that down in the comments below, and I will be sure to do a video on it. So let's go to week 1. For the first time since 2014, the Pittsburgh Steelers will have a week 1 home game. It has been a very, very long time since the Steelers have played at home week 1. So they will take on the San Francisco 49ers, a standard Sunday 1 p.m. Eastern game. That is on Fox. Week 2, I really got to make this bigger because I can hardly see this. Or I'm going to pull it on my phone too, because that might be the only other way I'm going to see everything. Alright, so week 2, the Steelers will play the Cleveland Browns in Pittsburgh on Monday Night Football. This is actually the first time since 1997 that the Steelers have opened the season with 2 home games, if I remember that correctly. Then week 3, they will go to Vegas for a Sunday night game. So let me start off the season for you, okay? We get a home game week 1. We get a primetime game week 2. We get a primetime game week 3. Right now, I'm liking this schedule. Week 4, we do have to go to Houston on a Sunday 1 p.m. game. Then the Baltimore Ravens come to Pittsburgh for a Sunday 1 o'clock game. Now, the Steelers actually have a fairly early bye. This isn't like super, super, super early. Like, I think buys start... I don't think they start week 4. I think they start week 5. So this isn't the earliest bye you can have, because I think the Steelers were like 0-4 one year, hit the bye, and then ended up 8-8. So this isn't the earliest bye you can have, but it's still fairly early. That I'm not crazy about. I'm more of a mid to late season bye, but whatever. After the bye, we will come out and we will face the LA Rams at SoFi Stadium. It is a Sunday 4:05 game. Week 8, we will take on the Jacksonville Jaguars at Pittsburgh, Sunday 1 o'clock game. All right, our first Thursday night football game of the season is week 9 against the Tennessee Titans at Pittsburgh. So again, if you guys, want to watch that game, you're going to need Amazon Prime. Week 10, we are going to take on the Green Bay Packers and Jordan Love. So by this point, I mean, if Jordan can play, we'll know he can play. If Jordan can't play, we'll know. Like, by week 10, we know if Jordan can play or not. This is year 4. He sat for 3 years. This is year 4. This is past mid-season, bro. Like, we gotta know. That's just a Sunday 1 o'clock game. Now, week 11, we have to go to Cleveland for a Sunday 1 o'clock game. Week 12, we go to Cincy for a Sunday 1 o'clock game. Week 13, Arizona comes to Pittsburgh for a Sunday 1 o'clock game. All right, this is our second Thursday night football game this year. This year, you're allowed 2. We have 2. And also, teams are not guaranteed to be on Thursday night football anymore. I think each team, like every single one, I'm fairly certain every single team was guaranteed a Thursday night football game. Now you're not. And you can play 2 now. So the Steelers play 2. And the second one is against the New England Patriots. Week 15, this one's odd. It's against the Colts in Indy, but date and time are to be determined. Normally, that's a final game of the year type of deal, or maybe the second to last week. Because if it's the last week and it's okay, are you playing Saturday? Are you playing Sunday? Are you in playoff contention? Are you not? I don't think this is going to happen. I need to clarify this before people, come at me and say, "Oh, you're delusional. You're a homer." Like, I'm going to say this right now. I don't believe this is going to happen. Okay, I've said that. But if the Steelers were, number one seed locked up at, week 18, then maybe you play Saturday. So, week 15 is a date and time to be determined. Like I said, that's odd. Normally that's week 18. Week 16, the Bengals have to come to Pittsburgh, and that is a Saturday game, and that will be at 4:30. Week 17, we go to Seattle on New Year's Eve. It's a Sunday 4:05 kickoff. And like I was just mentioning, week 18, date and time to be determined, just like week 15. I don't know why the Steelers are like that. I did see, because, I'm closest NFL team is the Bills. The Bills week 15 game, they have a date and time. So I don't know if it's just a couple of teams, because obviously Indy is date and time to be determined. So there may be 4, maybe 6 teams total for week 15 that don't have a date and time. I don't know. I would have to look at the actual schedule to figure that out. But that is the Pittsburgh Steelers 2023 schedule. If you were to ask me for a prediction, what do I think the Steelers' record is going to be? I have gone through this. My prediction is 10-7. That's what I'm going to say. 10-7. Whether that's good enough to get you into the playoffs or not, the Steelers nearly made it last year, and they were 9-8. Had the Miami Dolphins lost to the Jets, the Steelers would have made the playoffs last season. Now, they would have gotten their asses handed to them in round 1, but they would have made it. So is 10-7 enough? I don't know, maybe. If you can steal a game somewhere and you're 11-6, okay, fantastic. 11-6, I do think that's good enough to get into the playoffs. I don't think it's good enough to win the division. The Bengals are probably going to win 12 or 13 games. And, the Ravens with Lamar, they're probably in a similar boat as long as Lamar doesn't get hurt again. So you're looking at, you're going to have to fight to, try to get into the playoffs. So if you were to ask me what is the realistic best scenario? Because obviously best scenario is 17-0, worst scenario is 0-17. If you were to ask me, honestly, what is the best and worst realistic records, I would probably give the Steelers, best, I'm going to say 14-3. I'm going to say that's probably best realistic scenario. But at that point, you're stealing a game from Jacksonville. You're stealing a game from Cincy. Now, you might beat Cincy once, but you would probably have to beat Cincy twice. You're going to have to beat Baltimore maybe twice, for some of this stuff. So it's, what's best, and you're stealing games, 14-3, to be completely honest. The worst. God. if you were to say what is the absolute worst, like the season just went to shit. 5-12. 5-12, maybe 4-13. Like it actually, honestly, maybe best is 13-4 and worst is 14-3. To be completely honest, like, 4-13 is. Oh, I think I said 14-3. My bad. So even 4-13, 13-4, whatever. I'm gonna say 4-13, 14-3 is the best. 4-13 is the worst. But I mean that's TJ gets injured again. Cam Hayward gets injured. Kenny gets injured. Najee get like there would have to be so many guys that get injured in order for that to happen. So I mean it would have to be some like crazy injury plagued season to do that bad. I don't think if everyone's healthy, the Steelers are 4-13. But I mean, here's the thing: if Kenny takes the next step, and I gave my predictions for Kenny next year, I did. I said like 4,000 passing. I think I said single digit touchdowns, so or like 9, maybe 10. I think I said like 67% completion. I don't remember everything I said. I do know I said 30 passing touchdowns. I did talk to one of my friends. He thinks that's a bit ambitious. So if I were to say 4,000 yards between passing and rushing and 30 total touchdowns passing and rushing, that I do believe is a bit more believable. So if you were to throw for 3,600 and pass for 25, 26 touchdowns, and he's QB sneaking up the middle like he did against the Jets, like that would be, I think realistic numbers. Now, if Kenny goes just absolutely off and has like a Patrick Mahomes or a Joe Burrow ascension from their rookie year, I know Burrow got hurt and Mahomes didn't play until the last game, but if he has like that second year like those guys, then yeah, 14-3 is realistic. I just don't think that's gonna happen. Like I love Kenny, I do. I just don't think that's gonna happen. So that is it for the Steelers. So I honestly think 10-7. That is going to be my official prediction. If I were to pick 7 losses, since that's the lower number, we're going to lose week 1 to San Fran. We're probably going to, at minimum, split with the 3 divisional teams. So that's 4 losses right there. We're going to lose to Jacksonville. I could see us losing to Seattle. And let's call it Arizona. Because Kyler, by week 13, I believe, is back. If Kyler, for some reason, is still out, maybe Jordan Love can play and we lose to Green Bay. That is it. That is going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, please do me a favor, leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button for me and turn notifications on. I'm trying to grow the channel. I'm uploading. I'm trying. Because, I got this channel. I got my main channel. I've got work. Life is happening. So, I'm trying my best. Because I do not do this full time. The subscribers here and on my other channel, I'm not anywhere near doing this as a full-time job. So I do need to make money. So do me a favor, just subscribe, support. If you want to tell your friends about it. If you're subscribed and you have friends, tell them about it. Maybe they'll subscribe. But I will see everyone in the next video. Thanks for watching.